Hello and welcome to another episode of Full-Time Freedom Tour. As many of you know, and some of you may not know, I'm a electronics tech geek, and one of the things I love is to do videos with things that make RV life better for you and for us. And I'm very thankful that today we're going to be doing an unpacking and a review of the brand new Haloview RD7 Mini. Come on, let's do it now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the unboxing. This is the Haloview, so it comes in. Here's the box they sent to us. I open it up, and the first thing I see about it is the, now this is an honest unpacking. I've not unpacked it, I've not played with it, I've not dealt with it. I've not even read all of the instructions. So, what I think that I noticed the very first thing is the sturdiness of it. It's very well made, 7-inch a monitor, and it comes with a few brackets. And what I've learned about it by even watching some other channels, I've learned you have two ways to hook it up. You can either hook it up into your already existing system to where your turn signals would work in it and all that kind of stuff, or you can just directly hook it up from the rear of the coach to the front and use a wireless signal. That's what we're going to do today. Part of that is because I want to test out how good the wireless system is. I want to know if it really works that well. We have a 45-foot Winnebago Tour and 42 QD, and it's as you can imagine, it's tall, big, long, and I'm really kind of wanting to see how the wireless signal plays out. And then here's the actual camera, and as you can see, the actual camera, it's got lighting, it's got sound, and it has a little hood here to keep the weather off of it. There's a bracket, but this bracket is supposed to be able to fit in the bracket that I currently have. They literally asked me what camera I have, what system I have, what coach I have, and they sent me the camera, supposedly, that fits into that spot perfectly. So I'm hoping that it does. Here's some of these are the trigger wires that you can put into if you want to hook it into your actual existing system. But this is the wireless system, and what I'm probably going to do is run this wire from the rear, power it up back there. I'm thinking I'll probably go through a light or some source of power back there, power it up, run this cable along the top of the RV, and then hook this wireless to the top front so that these two can speak to one another. Then there's actually they've got a nice little setup for connecting it, putting it with some 3M tape that you can connect to your dash. Also, what I saw these just now, there's this all these little 3M holders to be able to tap down your wire across the top of the coach. Also, it comes with a nice little system for plugging into your cigarette lighter, which my cigarette lighter is in the perfect location for this. So I'm excited or grateful for that. And then there's just some other odds and ends that I'll have to find out as I get into it. Come along with me. Next step is we're going to actually install this today and see how it works. Then I've got a trip to Florida coming up Monday morning. We're heading to Florida, and I'll be able to really test it, give you guys some visuals, and be able to show you what the screen looks like, show you how well it works, show you, I want to see if the connection, the wireless connection works well. And I can tell you this, I'll be honest. Okay, so this is the compartment I was talking about. So just a couple screws to take off here, excuse me, and be able to get inside that compartment. So this is what we have here. That's actually the light. The actual, this will stick, it'll fit in the hole, like right to the edges, right here. It'd be great. And this I'll attach to this plate right here, just the way it is, and I'll put it right back on there. As far as power goes, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna splice into that right there, and that'll be my power for the camera. This piece right here will splice right into there. So it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so you can see where their bracket sits. These two sit down right in there, just like that. And what I did is apply the new bracket, just put some self-tapping screws in the original holes. They were already there. Okay, as you see, I used the existing bracket, but it's sitting in there perfectly now. And now all I gotta do is tap into the my running lights, so the camera will work as long as the running lights are on. Yeah, so that was a pretty easy fix there. Remember, in your marker lights or your running lights, the black is your power and the white is your negative. In the cord that they give me, one is red, which is power, and one is black, which is negative. So your black on this cord here, this cord, your black would go to your white on there, and your red would go to your black. Okay, so I'm one for, before I stretch all that cord out and go through all the process, I just want to make sure it works. So there we are, all hooked up to the power, spliced in, and I went and turned on the running lights, and I have power. Okay, so I've got the antenna in the back. I haven't run the wires, it's still up all the way to the back, but I just wanted to sync it here first, and just to give you the wire they connect from the actual monitor into a power outlet right there. So then now remember, I've got this to where I have to have my running lights on, which they are on now, and I'll just go right there, turn that on, and that means it's ready to be turned on. And then power on. Look at that. And the thing is that I didn't expect that. I thought I was going to have to pair the back camera to this, and I thought the antenna would have to be closer. The antenna for the rear camera that is connected to this antenna is all the way to back at 45 feet away. And it's just now obviously we're sitting here, but I didn't expect it to work that well. I didn't even think it would work at all. I thought I was going to have to pair it, and I just plugged it in, turned it on, and it's working. And you can hear the audio, you can hear the birds singing. I've got it in a perfect location where I'll be able to see the car and a full couple of cars behind me. It's beautiful color monitor. I'm completely surprised. My next step now is to get the run the wire, the cord, and put the antenna closer to the front of the coach. Run that. They give you, it looks like about 20 to 30 foot of cord, so we'll see how far I can run it up to the front of the coach and get it, just so that it's a little bit closer to this antenna, and it just all the better for maybe in storms, or I don't know, just driving down the highway, making sure that it's right. So, but all in all, so far, I'm really impressed. I gotta say, Haloview, I'm really impressed. This is much better than I thought it was going to be, and not near as difficult as I thought it would be. Well, this is probably one of my favorite little parts of this whole mission, this job. Seems they leave you with these little 3M brackets. Show you how easy they are. I've done the whole rooftop in probably 15 minutes. Just now on the other ones I cleaned it, but just for this I'm just showing it. You just stick it on right there, place it on, put it in. Look at this. Push that down, strap, boom, tie it on. Look at that. How cool is that? Did the whole roof in, like I said, 15 minutes maybe. Now obviously some people are gonna want to do a much more professional job than I did. Mine's fairly temporary. I can rewire it later. It does come with a hard wire that you can go through the existing system, and I'll probably end up doing that. But for this was more for testing purposes, and I love it. So far, so good. The installation was easy, and now it's time for the test. Well, I've got it installed, and you can see I am highly impressed. I've got the volume down because it would be picking up all the road noise. I can see on both lanes I can see where I am in the lane. I can see cars coming up. I've got the Jeep in the perfect position. I can see behind it, and I can see on both sides. So the picture is perfectly clear. The transmission from antenna to antenna is just outstanding. So just as a wrap up, I'm very impressed with Haloview. I love the camera, I love the system. They have multiple units, multiple functions, multiple applications. I would think that if you let them know what you're doing, if you're with a tow vehicle, if we wanted the camera to be on the back of the Jeep, they have an application for that. If you've got a fifth wheel or just a regular bumper pull trailer, they've got applications for that. They've even got magnets where you don't have to drill into your rig. What I think that's one of the best things I liked about it is the simplicity of setup. But I have to admit, I did not expect it to look this good and work this well. I'm very impressed. And so Haloview, 2 thumbs up from Full Time Freedom Tour.